Hello everyone, this is a guy Rajat Saxena from rainstudios.com. So today we are going to talk about Python, whether you should be investing time in learning Python in 2017. So let's get started. Python is a high level programming language just like Java or C++, but Python is being adopted by many developers out there to implement everything ranging from website backends to scripts to GUI based programs, right? So basically Python is also running almost everywhere just like Java, but you have to leave out certain things like mobile development. You cannot develop iOS or Android applications using Python. There are certain frameworks which can enable you to do it, but it is not a recommended way to develop mobile applications. So we have to get that thing out of the discussion. Now let's switch back to what you can actually do with Python. So Python makes a good scripting language. You can write automation scripts or web crawlers or several other scripting utilities using Python. The Python source code is highly readable, so the maintenance is kind of easy for a new user who is adopting the language recently, right? So you can learn Bash, which is a de facto language for writing shell based programs or script utilities or certain automation scripts, or you can use Python to do the same thing. Although I'm not very sure that what is the maximum limit or how far can you actually push Python as compared to Bash, because Bash is natively supported by all of the Unix or Linux environments. So, but yes, Python is a viable candidate when we are talking about writing scripts. Other area where Python really shines is developing websites or backends using Python. There is a framework known as Django which you can use to develop backend for your web services. It is quite a famous web framework which you can use to deploy all sorts of dynamic web applications, and it is quite famous as well. Also, there are certain other frameworks which you can use which are based on Python. Flask is one such framework, right? So you have Django and Flask to develop Python based dynamic web application or the backends, right? Now Python is also being used in the machine learning industry. So if you are targeting to move into machine learning and if you have plans to read or to learn more about machine learning, learning Python can be a valuable investment of your time, so that in future when you are going to adopt machine learning and you are learning new things in machine learning, you will be able to write programs for machine learning using Python, because Python is being used in the machine learning industry. And I have done some research. Although I'm not a machine learning expert by any means, I just have a cursory overview about machine learning and the industry related to machine learning. But I have done some research, and out of the research I have concluded that Python is being used in machine learning. So Python can also be used for that area, right? So if you have any future prospects about going into machine learning direction, Python is your choice. But what if you want to write GUI based programs using Python? Well, there are frameworks like PyJTK which you can use to develop JTK based application. GTK is basically a windowing framework which works on Ubuntu or Debian based systems, or I don't know if that framework is supported on other Linux or Unix distribution, but I'm very sure about Debian and Ubuntu in particular, because I have developed several PyJTK based application in the past, though those apps were not production grade and I never released those software out there in the wild. But you can go out onto my GitHub channel and check those repositories out, so you can clearly create GUI based desktop application in Python, right? I am not sure about if there are any frameworks for Windows, but I think GTK is supported on Windows as well. So if you are going to write a GTK based application, maybe your application will work on Windows as well, or wherever that GTK framework is supported, right? So you can clearly develop GUI based application, and in the Ubuntu's software store there are many applications which are using GTK or PyGTK framework in particular to create GUI based application, and those apps are in production, so you can clearly use Python to develop GUI based application, right? So what about mobile development? Can you write iOS or Android apps using Python? Well, to be very clear, I am afraid that you won't be able to write iOS based applications using Python, because I haven't seen anything related to developing apps. So as Python is not supported by Apple to develop iOS application with, you are better off adopting Swift for that. And I did a video about that particular thing, that you should use the domain language for solving the task easily. You better go and check that out. And coming back to the topic, now you can develop Android applications using Python, because I did some research in the past and I found out there are frameworks to develop Android applications with using Python, but those are not mainstream mediums to develop applications using Python for Android, but you can try to do it. And I don't know whether those projects are being maintained actively at present or not, so you have to go out and do your explorations. But the clear thing is that for mobile development, Python is not a good choice, so you better stick to Java or Swift. But for everything else, Python has you covered everywhere. So if you are not concentrating on mobile development, and if you have no future prospects of going into mobile development in the near future, you can very well go out and learn Python, and you can develop everything ranging from automation scripts to machine learning code to GUI based applications. So if you want to learn Python in 2017, just go out there and learn everything and deploy your application. And if you are able to develop some application, make sure you share your application with the community in the comment section below, because this community is all about building your skills so that you can become a better computer professional in the future, right? And if you like this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I produce weekly tutorials and career advice videos regarding computers and computer science, right? So with that, I'm just signing off. Take care. Bye bye.